Halftime Pizza and FightSaga.com proudly present War Week Radio with 5-decade fight trainer James Gogue.
Guys, welcome. Happy Sunday to all of you. Guys, if it's Sunday evening, that means only one thing. It means we're seeking the counsel of the 5-decade fight trainer, the incomparable Coach James Gogue. James, how you doing, brother?
Hey, Joe. Got a lot to talk about. A lot of stuff we talked over the weekend about what's going on in the boxing world. Not only the fights that happen, but the business part of it, man, that might shock a lot of you guys out there if you want to talk about it, Joe. And just that, superb performance by Boots Ennis last night. What you saw last night is the next pound for pound number one fighter in the world, future pound for pound number one fighter in the world. A guy that has it all: talent, ability, ring smarts, defensive skills, reflexes, the total package. Okay, Joe, the way he rolls with punches, everything, Joe. All the skill sets that I pretty much teach my fighters, man. Boots does, but Boots he's got exceptional athletic talent. Okay, let me tell you something, fans out there. What Eddie Futch always told me, and he even put it in a little quote. I got it on my Instagram. He says, "You just don't. Boxing's a science. You just don't go in the gym and start punching." He goes, "Fighters are born with different levels of athletic talent." Okay, he goes, yep. but there's also fighters. He goes, but you also notice the different levels of skills between fighters. That's the influence of the trainer at hand. Okay, you see a guy like Boots, athletically gifted, more athletic talent than damn near a lot of people in boxing, but the skills his dad has taught him. You know what I mean? That really separates them from the combination of talent and skills, boxing IQ. You know what I mean? I can have a fighter, that has good skills and ability, and good skills and talent, but he don't have, they don't have, that rare athletic ability like Boots, who could punch too. Go along with all that stuff I told you. He's an explosive puncher. Just Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones type talent, man. Man, he's got that type of rare ability that comes around me. You know what I mean, Joe? Rare.
Yeah, very rare.
It's rare.
Very rare. Yeah, you're not going to see someone like Jaron Boots Ennis, a talent like that, walk in your gym every day.
Not only talent, but skills, Joe. Everybody talks about talent. Like Eddie used to say, a lot of fighters, you see them with a lot of great athletic talent, but they can't fight because they ain't got no skills. I know with this one guy right now, he's like 21-0, like 17 knockouts. Oh, you can see, man, the awesome God-given ability, God-given talent he has, but the dude can't fight. He ain't got no skills. Yep. What's the difference? You know what I mean?
That's it. But if you listen to lesser YouTubers who actually don't know what the hell they're looking at, they've somehow found a ton of negatives in last night's performance, if you can believe that. So this leads us to our first Fact or Fiction. Floyd, would you do the honors?
Hey, we ain't ducking and dodging nobody. It's time for Fact or Fiction.
Number one, Fact or Fiction, Coach. After Bud and Errol move up or retire, Jaron Boots Ennis will indeed be the king of the welterweight division as long as he continues to make the weight. Fact or fiction, sir?
Facts. There ain't no, man, Joe. I can't see nobody out there, man, that could beat this kid. This kid is that good, man. Like I said, he's got that generational, once in a lifetime generational ability that comes around very rarely. Okay. Like Floyd Mayweather, like Roy Jones Jr. Oh, come on, man. I mean, them motherfuckers don't grow on trees. Okay. And this Boots Ennis, he's he's in that, he keeps on doing what he's doing, keeps winning, you're going to be putting him in that category of Floyd Mayweather or Roy Jones Jr. Oh, he's better than Spence, and he's better than Crawford. You know what I mean? You can see that boy is multidimensional, man. He's got a variety of skill sets, offensively and defensively. And he mixes it up too. And he's a devastating body puncher in the pocket. He ain't scared to go and get inside and rumble at a high skill level. Okay, that's something, Joe. Believe it or not, you folks out there, I used to follow Ennis in the amateurs. He never had them skill sets in the pocket. That's why Gary Russell, his brother, beat him in the Olympic trials and everything. He was more range and distance, but you got him in the pocket, he had nothing. And that's why he lost. That's why he lost to Gary Russell's brother at the Olympic trials. Because I remember seeing him in the national Golden Gloves when my guy won it. And I see, okay, this guy, you can see the natural God-given ability and everything, but it's still raw and green. It's still amateurish. But when he went pro, he sure did. Him and his dad has done a tremendous job in developing his skill sets from A to Z. All the world-class the fundamentals and the more advanced world-class professional skill sets he instilled in his son. And you can see, since he turned pro and over the years, since he turned pro, he's developed all of them up the ladder, going to the 4s, the 6s, the 8s, and everything. He developed all those skill sets, how to fight in the pocket with high proficiency, good defensive skills in the pocket, range and distance, counter punching. Oh, Joe, you don't want to make a mistake on this kid. He has superb reflexes. You make a mistake on this kid, his reaction time is so fast. He's gonna make you pay. AKA Roy Jones Jr., Floyd Mayweather. Okay, this dude, he will be pound for pound the best fighter in the world. Eventually, as he ascends and keeps on winning and everything, because this boy ain't nobody gonna beat him.
Well, you know what's amazing is I've heard you rave about how technically proficient, how well he controls range, guys like Shakur Stevenson, but I've never heard you rave about Shakur the way you are about Jaron Boots Ennis. What's the biggest difference here, Gogue?
Motherfucker could do more stuff than Shakur, and he can hit a lot harder than Shakur. And he just has more dimensions of his game, like the inside. Okay. Oh, his body punching is brutal. His combination of punching is brutal. Okay. His inside and his defensive skills inside, boy. The way he rolls his shoulders, the way he rolls with the punches, the way he blocks those punches, the way he cross blocks, the old school style cross blocking, everything about this kid. Then he can switch too. Shakur can't do this. This dude's ambidextrous. Okay, he can fight right-handed and has a very effective jab at both stances, like Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean, Joe? Yep. And he fights with the highest skill level of both sides. You see these motherfuckers nowadays. They've tried to switch hit, and they can't even fight. Okay, if they fight right-handed, their natural stance, and they switch it to left-handed, hell, they can't even fight right-handed good. Then they trying to fight left-handed? The fuck out of here, man. This dude, this dude fights with a high world-class skill level, championship level skill level at both sides, at both stances and everything, man. I mean, Jesus, man. But as Joe, his reaction time is world-class. Cat quick. Roy Jones Jr., Floyd Mayweather, his reaction time to counter. Oh, you know what I mean, Joe? He sees everything. Okay, he sees everything in slow motion. When you throw at him, he goes, "Oh shit, I can see that shit a mile away." His reflexes are just on a different level, man. His reaction time is totally on a different level. You can't teach that shit. Come on, that's God given. You know what I mean, Joe? You can't teach that. You not even all those fucking Instagram coaches out there making all these videos. Oh, do this and do that. Yeah. Try that shit against Ennis. You get your ass whooped. because when you got a fighter with superior physical talent, reflexes, then you equip them with high world-class level skill sets and basic fundamental skill sets, okay, and high boxing IQ. Get the fuck out of here, man. How you gonna beat a guy like that, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah, best of luck, unless you were able to bring a bat to the ring. Yeah, I don't see it happening at 47. Not Stanionis, not Virgil Ortiz, and we'll get into that in just a bit, guys. But let's say hello to our dear friends in the chat before we move forward, Coach Gogue. Want to say give a big shout out to my brother Peter Von Arx. Hello, Joseph and Coach Gogue. How y'all doing? We're doing great. Thank you for joining us, sir. Thank you for always supporting the coach every Sunday. Also, my brother here to there from across the pond. Cheers, Coach and Joseph. Cheers to you, my friend. Thank you for being here for the coach. Also, my brother, G Funky Boxing. Guys, don't forget to tune in tomorrow night when G Funky helps me, conquer fact or fiction with Big Rick Glazier tomorrow evening. Guys, please click the notification bell so you don't miss out on this, as well as hit the like button. Thank you very much. And guys, go support G Funky Boxing on YouTube. Also, my brother El Pinche. Salute to you, my friend. Thank you for always being here for the coach, my brother. Let's see. Also, wow, Jay Swift. Oh, I made the live tonight. Yes, you did, sir. Thank you for being here for the coach, my friend. We really appreciate it. Also want to give a big shout out to my brother Joseph Brown from Philly. Boy, he's got to be a happy camper.
Philly.
Yep, you've got a real badass man coming out of Philly, brother.
You're damn
Coach
right.
Gogue, can you guys hear me okay? Do I have to turn up my mic a little bit?
Nah, Joe, okay? I hear you fine.
Very good. Very good. Thank you, Joseph, for always supporting the coach, brother. We really appreciate it. Also, my brother, W.A.W, Larry Liston. Salute, guys. I thought Boots Ennis looked incredible. In my opinion, he's better than Shakur, Haney, Abdullah Mason, etc. I think he beats both Spence and Bud. Inactivity is his biggest threat. Coach Gogue, what say you? Do you agree with that, sir?
Oh man, I just said that, Joe. I said he's better than Shakir. I didn't say, I didn't mention Haney's name or all the other bitches, but No. I know. I was referring to the last part of that statement. He's better than
his biggest threat.
Man, Steven Espinosa, boy, they know they got the next star in boxing. When you got the next star in boxing, and Joe, not only that, he's becoming a draw. Atlantic City, which is right across the bridge, the George Washington Bridge, and I think it's the George Washington because I used to fight there a lot in Philly. I mean, in Atlantic City, we fly into Philly, then take the van across the bridge. He had a big following coming across the bridge to Atlantic City. And if he keeps growing his following over there, guess what? The casinos are going to take notice and they're going to want to, get in some of that action. And if the casino starts putting up big money site fees, well, hell, you're going to have a big draw. Okay. Cause they haven't had a big draw in Atlantic City since Arturo Gatti, Vinny Paz. They were great draws over there because they were from the East Coast. Gatti from Jersey, Paz from Rhode Island. This kid, I really believe, Joe, it can be the next big draw in the East Coast over there in that area. And Atlantic City selling out the Boardwalk Convention Center. I think he could be the next big draw just by that spectacular performance he put on. And I guarantee you, them fucking casinos, it got their attention. So guess what, Joe? He has a home base now where he can, pack the place, and there's going to be casino money behind him. So he's a commodity now, Joe. So when you're a commodity like that, Steven Espinosa, he's going to be smart and give him an extra date for the year. You know what I mean? To accommodate, because look, Showtime, you're in boxing. You're always creating the new stars of boxing. That's the lifeblood of keeping boxing healthy long term. It's like college football recruiting. You know what I mean? You got to keep recruiting every year the top talent for your program to be successful on a long term level. Same thing in boxing. You always got to build up the new stars. Who the fuck do they got over there in PBC that's worth the shit that can create the excitement, create a fan base, get casinos behind them in Atlantic City, other than Boots Ennis. Okay, all right. I think this kid, man, the thing is, he's got to fight consistently, Joe, for him to build that momentum, build his fan base, to create that buzz. Okay. Then once he builds it over there, then he could go to Vegas. He could fight in Philly. That boy, man, I mean, if they play it smart, if they're fucking smart enough, they can make that guy the king over there in the East Coast, man. He'll be hotter than Tank over there. Right now, Tank is pretty damn hot over there, but this kid can overtake him. Because you know why, Joe?
He's a welterweight.
No, he's not in jail. He don't go to prison.
Shit.
All right.
You know what? I tell you, I will say that. You know what? Talking to Bozy, his entire team, they're very adamant about keeping this kid in the gym, keeping him busy, and keeping him doing the right thing. All they do is eat, sleep, breathe boxing. And I tell you what, you see the results in the ring, guys. So we want to thank you for your comment, Larry. Hold on just one second, Coach. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Bozy has two other sons. Good fighters, but they ain't like his brother. They ain't like his little brother, man. Okay, Joe?
Of course. I was talking about
what I'm trying to say, Joe, is talent. Yeah. Their son is an exceptionally gifted, once in a generation talent.
Of course. We were talking about keeping them in line. That's all. Yeah.
Joe, the brothers his brothers couldn't carry his jockstrap. Okay.
Yep. That no one's debating that, sir.
And you got to keep them busy, though, Joe. You got to keep them busy.
That's it. Yep. He says, agreed, Coach. Boots has to get his shot ASAP. It's a travesty that he and the whole 147-pound division have been held hostage for years. Yes, thank God we're seeing this logjam finally getting the conclusion, right?
Hey, Joe, you think he really needs a belt with the excitement he's causing? I mean, he's developing.
No, man.
Fuck that belt.
Hell no, man. No, hell no. I would once again. Look, when you become a ticket seller, belts don't matter, guys. Okay, now that's the most rare commodity in boxing. You mean to tell me you don't think Haney would love to trade Gervonta Davis for his distinction of being the biggest ticket seller in that division?
Yeah.
Biggest moneymaker? Yeah, that's the most rare commodity in boxing, guys. I can count on one hand how many legitimate ticket sellers and big major mainstream draws there are in this sport right now.
And you know what? And you know why this kid's going to be a ticket seller, Joe? Not because it's only his prodigious talent. The motherfuckers and explosive punchers. Guys that are explosive punchers that knock out people create a buzz, baby. All right? They get people excited. That's the number one marketing tool in boxing is punching power. You either got it or you don't, baby. You can't teach that shit. The fuck, man? You know what I mean?
Yep, and there it is. There it is. I tell you what, want to welcome Jesus and to the show. Saludos, Coach. Diego Pacheco on Friday had a great performance, is a big threat at 168 pounds, and he's only 23 years old. I'll tell you what, though, guys, the fight to make at 168 right now, because it's obvious in the twilight of his career, Canelo Alvarez has no interest in defending those titles at 168 pounds against other super middleweights. So the fight to make right now is going to be David Benavidez versus Dave Morrell Jr. Diego Pacheco.
Joe, what's that motherfucker's name?
Diego Pacheco.
Non-ticket selling Diego Pacheco. Get the fucking line, motherfucker. You ain't shit. You know what I mean? Fuck cares about your non-ticket selling ass. You know?
Yeah, and I tell you what, putting him in having him fight in Mexico really doesn't do much for his commercial value either.
The motherfucker's Mexican American. They don't give a shit about him in Monterrey, Mexico, where he fought. He needs to build he's from LA. They should start building a following him in LA. They'll pick it up. But who the fuck cares about that guy? Fuck
yeah, that's once again.
Fighters like him are a dime a dozen. Shit, you know.
Well, I will say this, though. It doesn't help, once again, with if you're fighting for a promoter who doesn't understand the American market. Consistently putting fights in the wrong venues, wrong places, right? That's going to be a huge problem for Diego Pacheco and his future, as long as he stays with Matchroom Sport in his zone. That's it.
Look, Joe, they're building his record, but they're not building a fan base for him, okay?
Yep. That's it. Let's see. Let's move on because we have a lot to cover, guys, and we're going to try to roll with the tight 60. Let's see.
Joe, what was that guy's name again? Diego what?
Diego Pacheco.
Diego can't sell tickets Pacheco. Okay, I'll remember him.
Also want to welcome to the show Bruce, Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Salute Joe and Gogue. Salute to you, my friend. Guys, if you haven't already, please go subscribe to my brother Bruce's channel, a great boxing historian and a great fan of the sport. It's a pleasure to share the air with you at times, my friend. Thank you for being here and supporting the coach. Also, LLOHS. Hey, thank you for supporting the coach, my friend. Tell you what, let's hi V. Welcome to the show, sir. Always insightful. Thank you for supporting the coach. And Big Luke, these bitches. You know what, brother? I need to put that on your shirt.
Yeah.
Also, my brother's like tendencies. Thank you for always supporting the coach every Sunday, brother. He says, shout out to my man, Joseph Aaron, and the great Joseph Gogue, James Gogue, sir. Too sweet to be sour, baby. Yep. That's Coach Gogue. That's Coach Gogue. I tell you what, my brother Adam Montequillo Lopez, thank you for joining the show, sir, and thank you for supporting the coach. Only place that is good there is Boardwalk Hall. Well, that's where it was. Guys.
Hey, fans out there listening, I used to love going to Atlantic City in the summertime. The beach, boardwalk, the weather. Oh man, it was just that was one of my favorite destinations. In the wintertime, it sucks, but summertime, Boots, they should make it an annual attract. They should fight him there all the time, but definitely in the summertime over there, man. Hey, Joe, there was a good fucking crowd for him, man. Build on it, man.
Was. Yep, that was. Yep. Look, and once again, Adam, thank you for joining us, sir. And I have to address this. This is fucking hilarious. Yes, man, welcome to the show, sir, and thank you for supporting the coach. He says, come on, Gogue. We're creaming in our pants, beating an 11-1 underdog. Stop it. Okay, hold on. Before you say anything, Gogue. Look, I'm just going to quote Emmanuel Stewart once again. Look, resumes, records, and trinkets are for fans, writers, and network executives who don't quite understand what they're looking at in the ring. Look, there's a reason why Gogue is excited, and everyone in the industry who actually knows what they're looking at. Why they're getting excited for Jaron Boots Ennis, because they can see that he's the goods. And if you have to rely on odds, if you have to rely on records, resumes to tell you who's good and who isn't, well, then maybe this channel isn't for you. But if you're humble and actually listen to Gogue, you might actually start to understand what you're looking at. Anything to add there, Gogue?
That's how he looked. I'm fighting this 11-1 underdog who was a game fighter, a guy that took his best shots and was trying his best to win. Okay, he was in there. He wasn't in there with that Floyd. What's that guy's name? Schofield. Yeah, he didn't fight a guy like that. He fought a game guy that wanted to whoop his ass, that wanted to take that belt, that interim belt from him. Okay, it's just the overall skills and how he looked. Whoever that guy is, that the overall skill sets, man. Oh Jesus, man. That's once again once in a generational. That's once in a generational talent, baby. Look, I don't get too excited about too many of these motherfuckers, man.
You don't, Gogue. You don't at all. Yeah.
And I know when I see somebody.
Coach Gogue, you there, sir? Well, looks like we just lost Coach Gogue. Try to get back on, sir. But look, I will say this. Yes, man. You're listening to 5 decades in this business. Coach Gogie's been training fighters, and he's one of the most respected talent scouts in the business. And we have the luxury of listening to him every week. So my advice, listen. listen very well, right? You'll learn a lot from Coach Gogue. And guess what? You guys get it for free every single Sunday, guys. So listen and listen good, man. Take notes if you have to. Because, yeah, Gogue is the truth, guys. And you know what, guys, I'm going to ask you, when is the last time that Coach Gogue has been wrong about his assessment of any talent in this business? I can't remember. Gogue's the truth, guys. And we're very, very fortunate to have him. G-Funky also says this, Boots should fight Mean Machine next. I know he'll fight Boots. Yeah, he's a guy without a promotional company. He's a guy without a network. And he's down to fight anybody. Yeah, I think it'd be a great litmus test. He's but you know, yeah, I think he gets his ass whooped though. But he makes a fun fight out of it. Because I tell you what, you've got to be careful. Mean Machine is a very crafty, sneaky counterpuncher, and arguably the hardest punching son of a bitch in the division. He can crack, that's for sure. He's a 2-time Olympian from Lithuania, and he's a great guy. And yeah, he deserves the payday. He's pretty much avoided like the plague from everyone else. This is why Top Rank was forced to drop him. They couldn't do anything with him. No one wanted to fight him. So yeah, I love that fight. I think it's a great assignment, G. I loved it when Boots named names last night. Yes, guys, I am so sick and tired of a guy being in front of the media or in front of the spotlight, and he says, well, we'll just have to go back to the drawing board and discuss it with my team, and I'll have to see what Al Heyman wants to do. No, dude. You mean business. You just kick someone's ass in a sensational knockout performance, right? Call out names. Call people out. That's the way you make headlines. That's the way you get ink in this business. Yep. And there it is. Oh, and here he is. Welcome back, Coach.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know this phone. I got to get another phone. Man. This bullshit. You know what I mean? Anyway, go ahead. Sorry about that, Joe.
Oh no! Listen to this, dude. This asshole's calling you a casual, dude. Listen to this. Yes, man. Really? He goes, Via didn't do shit last night. All anyone can say is that he was tough. LOL. A bunch of casuals.
Yeah. Brother, I tell you what, tell that bitch to get in the ring with Via. Via would make him pee in his pants. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what, and this is a guy who used to train Roy Monvia, right? Gogue he knows Roy Monvia very well.
I trained him for a couple of weeks, man. I worked with him, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know him very well, though. Now, once again, he goes, oh, Boots already turned out. Oh, you know what, dude? You need to go back to listening to the boxing voice or shit like that, because that's more your speed. You're not interested in actually learning something. You're interested in bullshit gossip from guys who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So do me a favor, get the fuck off my channel. How's that, bro? Kiss my ass. There it is.
Don't take it. Hey, Joe, I'm learning not to take it personally from these fucking clowns that don't know boxing.
No. Honestly, they don't. The reason why is because I am very pro-health, the sport. And these ass clowns are a cancer for the sport of boxing. Most importantly, they don't financially support the product anymore. 2, all they do, somewhere along the way, they've been tricked into thinking that it's a more insightful way of looking at the product by shitting all over it. Quite the contrary, it just exposes that you're a fucking idiot and don't know what you're looking at. How's that? Yeah. That's why I take this personally. That's why I cannot stand them. They've become the worst fans in all of the sports universe. They've become like boxing diehards have become the worst fans on the planet. That's why I'm taking this personally, because they are a cancer. They are a boil on the ass of boxing. How's that?
Well, Joe, let's get back to positive stuff, man. I don't let a negative guy like that, go down, man. I just filter it and, you know what I mean, and just stick to the agenda that Boots Ennis will be pound for pound the best fighter in boxing, and I got him. I got him better than Shakir, Haney, who else did him? Tank Davis and all them other bitches, because he's got more skills. He's got more skills. Got more world-class skills, ability. He could do more things, and his punching power. Ooh. Now Tank can punch, but he ain't got the type of talent, and he ain't got the type of talent and skills like this guy. Nah. And yesterday he got hit more than normal. Okay, and I wanted to see how he reacted and how he responded. He was like, no big deal, kept us cool, kept his composure. What I always want to see, and he goes, you know what? I'm gonna pay this motherfucker back for hitting me. Okay, he showed me that, okay, I'm gonna you hit me, okay, I'm gonna get you back, I'm gonna pay your ass back, and you know what I mean? All that stuff I wanted to see, Joe. When a guy hit him with some solid shots, more than normal, and he didn't change that expression on his face, kept a real calm demeanor, but the way he responded, when he got hit, okay, came back firing with bad intentions. Okay, he wanted to pay the guy back. He wanted to pay via bat. Mm-hmm. Yep. But anyway, yeah. Anyway,
I thought it was a sensational performance, and you know what?
I thought it was. Yeah,
it's exactly what the sport needs at this time. Mm-hmm. Once again, we're all about the health of the sport. If it's terrible for the health of the sport, yeah, we're going to call it out and criticize it all day. If it's great for the health of the sport, we're going to praise it, and that's it. That's where our allegiance lies, and everything else, all the nonsense and noise from other channels, that's a very distant second. So once again, Ernest Terry, thank you for supporting the coach. He says, Villa, yeah, I think he actually beats Thurman Nugas. Well, we'll see. They're going to be fighting probably in August. We'll see how they look. Oh, boy. Let's see. You've got one semi-retired fighter against a very inactive fighter in Yordenis Ugas, right? Not really thrilled about that matchup. But I tell you what, we want to welcome Dre Finest to the show. Damn. Yep. That's what I'm saying, brother. You don't try to pull rank on Coach Gogue. That's when I get pissed off, right? Pinche jotos. Anyway, yeah, and there it is. I tell you what, it's time. Are you ready? It's time for another one, my brother.
Hey, we ain't ducking and dodging nobody. It's time for Fact or Fiction.
We want to thank Floyd for once again introducing Fact or Fiction, and lo and behold, it looks like we've lost Gogue again. Gosh, just when I wanted to pick his brain on this next topic, boy, we are going to talk all about Virgil Ortiz, guys, Jr. And, well, yeah, hold on. This is an asshole, once again, who doesn't understand the difference between opinion and fact. I mean, that's facts. Dude, go look it up in the dictionary, you ass clown. Kiss my ass, dude. Like I said, you can stick around. Once again, you stick around and listen when Gogue comes back. But, hey, man, let's learn. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, brother. Well, that's if anyone has a stone to step in the ring with him. Because right now he's not a huge ticket seller, and he's viewed by everyone in the division to be more risk than reward. Okay? And that's why it's very important that Steven Espinoza continues to keep him active, continues to have him sell tickets, right? And there it is. But would you know anything about risk versus reward, Junior? And how the business is run? Would you know anything about? Well, I'll tell you what, stick around. You'll learn something. I'll tell you what, here it is. Let's see. Nah, F it, Joe. Let's talk Virgil. Let's talk about it right now, guys. Once again, everyone and their mother, it was the highlight of the weekend, supposed to be. Virgil Ortiz versus Amantis Stanionis. That was the apex, the big event this weekend, the showdown, right? It was a matchup on paper that couldn't miss. So here it is. Let's ask fact or fiction. Coach Gogue, fact or fiction?
Sorry about that, Joe.
No problem,
Go
sir.
ahead.
No problem. We'll just roll with it, brother. Just like Jaron Boots Ennis, we're going to roll with these shots, right? So here it is, fact or fiction, Coach Gogue. Virgil Ortiz should retire. That's it.
Honestly, Joe, look, well, we talked about Joe, That's the third time this guy pulled out of the fight. And until he gets his health in order, he's always, especially that blood disorder he has, that rare blood disorder you were telling me about, Joe. Yep. If he can't get that fixed, he should get the hell out, because he's always what you're telling me, Joe. When he goes under strenuous training and he has to take his weight down, that's not good when you got a blood disorder like he does. Is that correct, Joe?
That's it. And look, there could be, like, once again, here's the problem. No one has successfully diagnosed it yet, what the cause of it is. It could be PEDs. It could be genetic. It could be his work rate. No one really knows. That's the problem. And before something tragic happens, Gogue, like, is this fight game worth it? That's what I wanted to ask you.
Joe, you're in this business to make money and come out healthy, okay? Not not almost die in the gym like I heard, like you were telling me, when they canceled the fight, he passed out and his dad had to give him mouth-to-mouth, what's it called, Joe? Mouth-to-mouth.
Resuscitation, yes.
Resuscitation,
You had to revive him. He stopped breathing.
Yeah. I mean, come on, Joe. I mean, it's time where his dad has to put the foot down because he's risking his son's life. And you don't get in, Joe. You don't get in this sport to die or go away with a bad, health effects in life. Like brain damage and shit like that. You get in this sport, make as much money as you can, then come out with as come out healthy as you can, preferably taking less punches to the head. Okay.
Yeah.
But this is a new one to me, that blood disorder. And if he can't train properly, I mean, if they can't get it correctly, if they can't get it corrected, guess what, Joe? This is always going to happen. And he might as well retire because it's affecting his health.
Yeah. Look, guys. And once again, we're not saying he's on PEDs, but you cannot rule out anything. So far, no one has been able to successfully diagnose what the problem is, what the culprit is, what's causing this. So you can't rule anything out at this point. It would be negligent to. Once again, we're not accusing him of anything. We're not Blair the Feather Cobbs. We think a little more critically than this. And once again, we like to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. But if you rule that out, well, then you're just ignorant. And that's negligent. Yep.
His dad needs to put the foot down, man. Fuck this fighting. His son's health is at stake. And until they get this corrected, don't even think about fighting. Don't even think about going into heavy, training camp where, he's going to exert a lot of energy on a consistent basis. And it's going to lead to this situation again.
That's what I'm saying. Look, they've diagnosed it. Apparently not, because it just happened again. And if they say it's a byproduct of COVID, then he needs to retire. He needs to retire, guys. And once again, I hate to be harsh, but Gogue, is it fair to anyone else involved in the business?
Well, no, it ain't. It's not fair, man. Look how many times he put Stanionis off, man. 3 times. Stanionis was in camp, grinding, putting in the work in, making the sacrifices, being away from his family, and all of a sudden 3 times, the rug gets pulled out under him, and he didn't get paid. The fuck is that shit about, man?
Yeah.
So not only that, Joe, the promoter, they spend a lot of money promoting the fight. The TV network, okay, the TV
lost
fucking network, man.
This weekend. Everyone involved lost their ass this weekend.
Joe, it's all about being the number one thing I look for in a fighter is trustworthiness and dependability. This kid hasn't shown that his last few fights. How can I trust him? If I'm going to spend all this money, in promoting him, all that pre-fight promotion and all that shit, it ain't free. And all of a sudden he's going to pull out, 2 weeks or a week of the fight. Nah, man, I wouldn't trust him. And get your shit in order, get his health in order, and if he does fix this problem, which I don't know anything about, then hey, you can continue. But if not, call it a day.
Yep. And there it is. And there it is, guys. Once again, this is a very serious issue. But you know what? Until you get it rectified, you know what? You might as well just sit out, Virgil. It's not worth it. A sport, a pastime is not worth your health. Now, once again, yes, of course, that's what he has. It's rhabdomyolysis. That's exactly what it is. But
Right.
they don't know what's causing it, Peter. That's the problem. That's the problem, sir. It's a huge problem. So once again, Lester Bedford, the event organizer who works closely with the Golden Wood Promotions. Yeah, yesterday he was papering the place. He was papering the house at the AT&T Center, home of the Spurs. And why? Well, because Floyd Schofield was thrust into the main event against, well, a fighter who hadn't won a fight since 2014, Mr. Haskell Rhodes. Who the hell is he, Gogue?
What's Hansel and Gretel? What'd you say, Joe?
Haskell Rhodes.
I thought you.
That leads us to another, Gogue.
Hey, we ain't ducking and dodging nobody. It's time for fact or fiction.
Floyd, I appreciate it, Floyd Jr. Thank you for that. Fact or fiction, coach. Here it is. Floyd Schofield Jr. will not improve as a prize fighter until he starts working with a more experienced head trainer. Fact or fiction?
I've been telling his manager, Mike Miller, a good friend of mine, that for a long time. But, I mean, look, Joe, the daddy wants complete control like Bill Haney does his son, okay? He don't want nobody else training his son. He wants complete control. So, but his daddy don't know nothing. His daddy don't know how to train nobody. His daddy never trained a fighter in his life, never developed a fighter in his life, okay? He does need a steady trainer, a consistent trainer, an experienced trainer like, Ronnie and everything, but it ain't going to happen as long as the daddy's involved because he's always going to want control. Joe, I've been in these situations before, okay? Daddies are they're notorious at interfering with their son's career and holding them back. And this kid ain't going to get no better. Plus, geez, man, I mean, since he joined Golden Boy, God, the opponents he got him, they haven't done nothing for his development. Top ranked Brad Goodman is the best at developing fighters. He knows the type of seasoning you need to up your game, raise your level every fight. Okay, step it up. Up your game. You always want to go to the next level every fight. This kid has pretty much been swimming in quicksand. To me, Joe, I saw the fight. I'm like, he's just not getting my attention. He's just not exciting me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Jay Swift has a question for you. Hey, Gogue, your thoughts on father trainers? Do you have this? Do you share the same sentiment of Tim Bradley? In Tim Bradley, if you weren't aware, he said they should be banned from boxing. Your thoughts?
It's sometimes you get a father and son that are successful. It's not because of the dad, it's because of the son who's exceptionally gifted. Felix Tito Trinidad Sr. And his son Felix Tito Trinidad Jr. I remember Tito Sr. when Trinidad Sr. when he was fighting, he was nowhere the level of talent and ability of his son. Okay. And you know what I mean? When you got a super talent, when you got a super talented kid, that will, offset the liabilities of your daddy. Teofimo Lopez Teofimo Lopez and his dad, Shane Mosley and his dad. Okay. You know what I mean, Joe? Daddies that don't know what they're doing, they should get an experienced trainer to work with their kid. But a lot of daddies don't want to give up their sons, man. You know what I mean? I'm not giving up my son. I'm not giving up my son. But Bozy Ennis and his son Boots, that's an exception. Okay. Bozy trained his other son, so he had experience. You see a lot of these fucking dads never trained a pro in their life. All of a sudden they're taking charge of their career. taking charge of the training duties of their son. But Bosey's different. Okay, he's trained his sons, his other sons, and he probably trains. He's probably trained other fighters, and he's training Andy Cruz, that hotshot Cuban prospect that Eddie Hearns trained. So he has experience training other pros. Okay, but usually a guy like Floyd, Schofield's dad, come on, man, he never trained a fucking fighter in his life.
Yeah, guys, sometimes you'll see a fighter or a father-son relationship that works out very well. Look at the Porters, right? Kenny and Sean Porter worked out very well. Also, Yoel and Zab Judah worked out very well. Also, the Mosleys worked out very well, right? So once again, you sometimes you see it work. That's not it's impossible to make a blanket statement like Tim Bradley. And once again, he was referring specifically to Teofimo Sr. and Jr., right?
Yeah.
That's it. Ow, let me bring this up, brother. Gabe Flores Jr. and his dad, oh boy, kind of get me nervous when I watch. You know what, Gogue? That's another thing, brother. I really felt for Gabe Jr. when his dad sent him back out round after round and took that ass whooping when it was completely unnecessary. And what did it prove? What did it prove?
That he was tough. He got heart.
Well,
that's
it,
Joe.
A massive ass whooping. That's about it.
Yeah, Joe. But that's just going to shorten his career. Okay. You know what I mean?
That's it. Well, the boxing scholar, welcome to the show, sir, and thank you for supporting the coach. Yeah, Mosley and his dad were horrible. Well, they still became Mosley and his dad were horrible. And look, you can't say that.
It don't matter.
He became the pound-for-pound king after whooping De La Hoya's ass under his dad's tutelage.
He won the lightweight championship of the world and the welterweight championship in the world. Don't matter if his dad was horrible. Okay?
Yeah, there it is. Oh, and Joseph, because every single one of the successful father trainers you mentioned also train other fighters. Yes, indeed. To support Coach Gogue's statement. Yes, indeed.
Who trained other fighters?
No. The ones that I just mentioned. The Mosleys, Sean Porter and Kenny Porter, Yoel Judah. Yeah, they were very, very good fight trainers that also trained other fighters. Yep. Yeah,
they trained other guys. Yeah.
To support exactly what you stated earlier. Porter says, or Boxing Dollar, Porter retired because Porter retired. The real reason? Well, because he knew the gravy train had run dry. He couldn't rely on inflated purses any further. Right? That's the truth.
Well, he's smart. I'm pretty sure Sean say, what's the name? Porter. What's his first name?
Sean and Kenny. Kenny.
Yeah, Sean. I'm not good with these names. Yeah, Porter. Sean. He's smart. He seems like he's got a good head on his shoulder and saved his money. You know what I mean?
Yep. And he knew the gravy train was over. Like, once again, getting that huge $4 million purse for fighting Terrence Crawford. He knew he wasn't going to get another one of those.
Yeah, guys, good for him.
He's a product. Yeah, he's a product. If you notice, all of those fighters that were fighting when PBC first formed and getting that big, fat Waddell and Reed money, they either retired or completely inactive, not fighting anymore.
Yeah.
That's not a coincidence, guys. Not a coincidence. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I can sense this sarcasm rolling off your mouth, brother. Planet 619, thank you for supporting the coach. He says, 3-division champ and beat a prime De La Hoya. Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah. That's
but I will say this. So what do you do? What if you do if you're DAZN, if you're Mike Miller? What do you do with Floyd Schofield Jr., brother?
What do I do? That's their fucking problem, not mine. I don't care. Let him figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, and there it is. And our brother Kamikaze. Saludos, Joseph y Coach Gogue. Gracias por el contenido de boxeo. Donarda, my friend. Donarda. Thank you for joining us, my friend. We always appreciate you supporting the coach, brother. So, I'll tell you what. Is there anything else on that DAZN farce shit show that you want to actually go over? Because I'll tell you what.
Absolutely no.
Yeah. And there it is, guys. There it is. Let's go back to the Showtime card, though, because there was an upset. And Ronnie Shields called the upset on Tuesday. Elvis Gomez, no longer the undefeated prospect. Boy, he loses a decision to Marquise Taylor from Houston, Texas. Gogue, what the hell happened?
Hey, man, that guy's an awkward fighter. He has an awkward style, man. You know what I mean? And Gomez, honestly, Joe, they're trying to rush all these guys, these hot shot amateur talents like Morrell, this Gomez, and a few others. They don't want to put the money in developing these guys. They just want to just throw them in there, okay? And not give them the proper development like Brad Goodman in Top Rank does. Through the 4, 6, 8s, 10s, being patient. Okay, they just want to just throw you in there, and I call it microwave you to a world title. And this kid, Joe Goosen, is his trainer. But if Joe and his brother were involved, Dan, they would go the old school route. Let this guy go through the progressions, the natural progressions of developing as a pro. Learning all the skill sets you need going up the ladder till you get to the championship stage. Getting the right type of seasoning from opponents to give you to help you develop as a fighter and everything. But he hasn't had that. Okay, they're just throwing him in there, man. That's they don't want to invest the money no more. Oh, fuck that, man. You know what I mean? And guess what? The kid, if you did it the right way, there's a better long-term development. Okay. A better long-term future. I'm not a better long-term development, a better long-term future if you do it the right way, because you're building the ground. You're building the house from the ground up. You're laying a foundation, then you're building up correctly. Them guys, man, they didn't even build a solid foundation under that guy, and they're ready to build a castle. But guess what? Guess what happens when you don't have a solid foundation under you, and a bad storm hits? The house crumbles. Okay, it doesn't have a solid foundation to keep it sturdy, and that's what this guy doesn't have. A solid foundation of the proper fights. Pretty much that's it. A solid foundation of getting developed the right way, going through the stages, and getting in the right fights so he can properly develop. Now, Joe Goosen works best like that, not the fucking rush job. You know what I mean?
Yep, and there it is. And Planet 619 has the beat. They had Gomez on that David Morrell Jr. plan. Shake my head. Well,
yeah, they're doing that to all them fighters, man.
Yep,
they think that they could just accelerate. They're trying to. It's not the David Morrell Jr. plan. It's the Lomachenko plan. All right, rush you to the title. You know what I mean?
Yep. But once again, very few are as talented as Vasyl Lomachenko or David Morrell Jr. Guys.
Yeah,
that's rare air up there, guys. That's rare air.
Then they fought a style like this.
Yep.
They fought a style like this was totally the wrong style.
Yep. Yeah, guys, no one looks good against Marquise Taylor, even in victory. No one. And once again, Coach Ronnie called it. He goes, man, let me tell you, man, I've seen this guy spar in my gym plenty of times, and he's going to give him problems. Wouldn't shock me if he got the win. He goes, he's like a spider when he fights. He's all over you. He makes you uncomfortable and spoils your boxing. And guess what? That's exactly what happened, wasn't it, Gogue?
Exactly.
Yep, that's exactly what happened, guys.
Exactly what happened, Joe. Awkward, smothered him, roughed him up.
Yep.
Broke out of the clinches, threw punches. Oh, God. Just a terrible style.
Yep. Ugly, mauling, terrible style. Doesn't let you find range, doesn't get you right. You can't get your right distance. Oh, it's just a miserable style to go up against. It's almost like, were they trying to teach him a lesson, Gogue?
Yeah, Joe, man, like I said, it was just a terrible style to fight. Guys like that and southpaws that move a lot, like Santander, that Spanish guy.
Sandro Martin. Yep.
Yeah, Sandro Martin. They're hard to fight, just like this guy, man. Just difficult, awkward style. And the guy was getting smothered. Was smothering Gomez a lot, and he wouldn't let Gomez, like you said, keep that distance. And Gomez, he didn't create no space inside to work. You know what I mean? So
that's it. Yep, that's it. He spoiled his boxing. G Funky Santander. I love that, guys. Am I the only one who's a big fan of hearing Gogue murder surnames? I absolutely love that. In fact, Gogue, I think that's part of your charm, my friend.
Man, I forget these motherfuckers, man. Their names, man. I don't. You know what I mean? I can't.
But once again, that's our benefit, brother. We laugh our ass off whenever you do. We love it. So keep being you, Gogue.
I forgot Sean Porter. What's the guy's name? Yeah, I forgot his name.
Well, I tell you what, last one on the docket tonight.
Hey, we ain't ducking and dodging nobody. It's time for Fact or Fiction.
Appreciate you introducing that, brother. Thank you, Floyd. So the next one is Fact or Fiction, coach. At age 40, Nonito Donaire will win another major world title when he fights Alejandro Santiago this weekend on Showtime in Vegas. Fact or fiction?
I don't know anything about that Santiago, but Nonito, when you start hitting 40 like he is, man, you're playing with fire, baby. Okay? When you start, these punches hurt a lot more when you start getting 40 than when you were 30. Okay, these punches do a lot more damage now than when you were 40. These punches do a lot more damage now when you're 40 than when you were 30. Okay, can he win it? I don't even, I don't know anything about that guy he's fighting, and I don't know, how good Nonito is right now. Can he win it? Yeah, of course, because he's got that explosive check left hook. Oh, he'll put you on your ass. But me, I don't know. Honestly, Joe, I don't know how he's looking in the gym. When you get a guy as old as Nonito is, he's probably not even sparring a lot. You know what I mean?
Gogue, and at 118, nonetheless, have you ever known a 40-year-old to win a major world title at 118?
I can't think of any. He might, he might beat Father Time and win that title Saturday. But I just know it's playing. You start jeopardizing your health when you hit 40, and taking those punches, they do a lot more damage.
Now keep in mind, guys, the last time he was in the ring, and once again, there's no shame in losing in any way, fashion, shape, or form to a guy like Monster Inoue. But the last time he got in the ring, boy, he got bludgeoned. And he doesn't even remember getting hit and getting knocked down. Yeah, that's not good, guys. And at age 40, guys, don't be shocked if he comes up short. But if he does win another major world title at 118 at age 40, he's a legend, a first ballot Hall of Famer, and an all-time great.
He's already a Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer, man.
Of course he is. Of course he is, but he's a legend. If he does this, guys, he's a legend. Like 40-year-old bantamweight. I've never heard of that. Ever. Yep. And Adam has the beat. He knows what he's looking at as well. Former prize fighter Montequilla says, yep, he looked old against the monster. Yep. All right. Yep. We'll see, guys. Well, once again, Adam, go ahead, sir.
Adam, he's going to look older when he fights this. Where's that guy's from, Joe?
Alejandro Santiago. Let me look it up real quick. Keep talking, Gogue. I'm going to look this up.
If he's from Argentina, he's going to be in a fight. That motherfucker don't play around. I never heard of that guy.
No, you're absolutely right, man. They don't play around, brother. Hold on just 1 second. Let me pull up that information. Find out where this is from, and let me see his record. Once again, everyone on the show knows that I love me some You know what? They don't even have this fight listed. Interesting. I can't find it right now, guys. My apologies. Let me look.
Alejandro Santiago. I never heard of the guy.
Never. Yeah, I haven't heard of him either. Let me look. Hold on, guys. My apologies. Okay. He's 5'2.5". He's from Mexico, guys.
Oh, he's 5'2.5", a little short midget, probably comes a brawler. Yeah.
He's from Mexico, guys. And Brother James is on the show. Boy, I had a lot to say on his show because once again, guys, I cannot stand ignorant fans who really don't know what the hell they're looking at and try to beat their chest on YouTube, give themselves stupid-ass fake monikers, and actually just talk shit about the sport. And it's obvious they don't know what they're looking at. So welcome, James, to the show. We always love you on the show, theboxingsource.net. Guys, please bookmark it. And join me and James this Tuesday night when we interview and co-host Fact or Fiction with the living legend, Mr. Ronnie Shields. He said Donaire's been putting in the work in the gyms in Vegas and has been training a few young fighters. That is right. He is training fighters now. I wouldn't be surprised if he stops Santiago. Well, brother, let's hope you're right. So because I love Nonito and Rachel. They've been friends of mine for 15 years now. So yeah, let's just hope for the best. But guys, don't be shocked if we see the worst. That's it. Once again, time is still undefeated. Last time I checked, Gogue.
Yeah.
And there it is.
Hey, you know what? Yeah. Let's see what happens in this Nonito. Let's see what happens this fight with Nonito. I hope he wins. I really do. That would be great. What do you call it? A signature. He could signature stamp his career and call it a day. Say bye-bye. You know what I mean?
Yep. While he still has his faculties and he's still as sharp as a tack. Also in the co-main event, Frank Martin is against Artem Harushinin in your 12-round lightweight co-main event.
Yeah.
We'll see. I love me some Frank Martin, guys. He's the total package at 135. And until he becomes a major ticket seller, boy, he's going to be very avoided, isn't he, Gogue?
He's a man. Remember I told you, Joe, all those PBC 135-pounders, he's the best. Yeah.
Yep. And there it is, guys. And once again, opening the triple header on Showtime this weekend, Elvis Rodriguez makes his ring return against the old man and, seemingly the gatekeeper at 140, Victor Postal. And that rounds out your triple header on Showtime from Las Vegas, Nevada. Coach Gogue, are you really looking forward to this fight card?
Yeah, I mean, what else is there else to watch? I mean, come on.
Well, I'll tell you, since you're asking so nicely, from Detroit, Michigan, on DAZN. In the main event, you've got Alicia Bumgarner defending her undisputed junior lightweight championship against Christina Linard-Tadeu. And in the co-main event, you've got, I don't even know if Richardson Hitchens is still fighting because I think Montana Love got hurt. And then you've got the Matchroom Sport debut of Andy Cruz versus Juan Carlos Mini Burgos.
I want to see Gomez, how he is in the pros.
Andy Cruz.
Sorry about that. Andy Cruz, two-time Olympic gold medalist, two-time, world champion. He looks like he's got some ability, that Cruz.
And there it is. G Funky's got the beat. Yep, I like Frank Martin. He looked really good against Rivera. He sure did. He sure did, boy. Woo! Yeah. Hold on. G Funky also said, Bumgarner, overrated.
Only fight I would be interest me on that card is Cruz. It's his pro debut.
Yep. And there it is. Adam says, if he's only 5'2.5", I got Nonito. And here to there says, Coach Joseph, what do you think of Edwin De Los Santos versus Frank Martin? Once again, Edwin De Los Santos, he won. He pitched a shutout against the always game and tough Joseph Adorno. Picking up the whatever, this isn't worth mentioning. Yeah, he beat him. He pitched a near shutout. I was going to say he picked up the WBC Continental America's lightweight title, but what the hell does that mean? So what were your thoughts on Edwin De Los Santos?
Martin will whoop his ass. That's all I got to say.
And there it is, here to there. Thank you for hanging with us, brother. Coach, it looks like we're just about 66 minutes in. I think we're going to wrap up shop. Coach Gogue, did I miss anything today?
How about the ESPN? You know what I mean? You want to talk about that?
Well, I tell you what, we'll do a special. We're going to get more information this week. We'll do a special midweek show with Coach Gogue. How's that? Does that sound good?
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Yeah, but yeah. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't want to say nothing. Let's see what happens.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, guys, it's a lot to discuss. We could devote an entire 60-minute segment show to the business of boxing and the ominous signs up ahead for our beloved boxing. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to get more information on this, and we'll hopefully do a midweek show if Gogue's schedule permits. And once again, it's not because of the demand isn't there, Gogue. Like, we can't get enough James Gogue, and once a week just isn't enough, my friend. So
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for all of your time and your expertise, Coach. And by the way, guys, what'd you think of my Floyd impression? What'd you think? Not bad, huh? Not bad for a short brown Mexicano.
Yeah, but thanks all the fans, everywhere listening in, especially the fans over there on the other side of the pond in the UK. We got a good listening audience, over there. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully, good fights coming up. The Spence Crawford, that's the big one everybody wants to see.
And there it is, guys. In 3 short weeks, we're getting it. It's Crawford versus Spence. Finally, it only took 5 years to make. Chingao. Anyway, guys, on behalf of the incomparable Coach James Gogue, I'm Joseph Heron. You've been listening to War Week Radio. Have a great week, everybody.